What's up, nerds and nerdettes, and we little nerdlings all. Your buddy Big Johnny G from Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming is back again. I am here. It is now. It is time. Time for what? Time for us to have a conversation. Because you come to me on this day of my daughter's wedding, and you ask of me this favor to do for you an unboxing. So we have the unboxing for you. Every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. The Godfather, Coreleone's Empire, a board game about becoming a made man. That's right. And everyone is dying to play this game. Even my wife is dying to play this game. And as you know, she has some games she likes, but she's not a huge gamer. And even a couple of her friends were like, John got what? So this game, we are going to be very excited about to hit the table. But before it can hit the table and be played, we've got to unbox it. And I decided to wait and do that in front of all of you, my friends. So, Coreleone's Empire. Let's see. Thank you, Fu. What we shall see. Now, my favorite thing about The Godfather is what Peter Griffin said about it when he said, it insists upon itself. And this game had so much hype about it, for Cool Mini or not, who published it, so much hype about it, I almost didn't get this board game because I felt like it was insisting upon itself. But after watching this game played and getting a chance to pick it up at a rather decent discount price at New York Comic Con, I had to. I couldn't just have this game not be owned by me. Okay, the rule book. Now, we all know and love Eric Lang. Can do no wrong, they say. Well, that's actually a really good picture. Really cool. Prohibition era. This is another thing I kind of dig. This is a mechanism I've seen before. Merchants and Marauders, among other games, where you have a secret little stash. But I like the fact that this is a little briefcase. I kind of, thematically, it fits. It's very cool. And yeah, you can't really tell from this picture too easily, but there are square bases and there's circle bases, and I know that has something to do with where they can be. Basically, at its heart, it's kind of like a worker placement game, but with horse heads in your bed. All right, well, looking at it upside down, obviously I can't read it, but it looks nice. All right, and by the way, that is in case you're interested, we're talking 27 pages for the rule book. And we got some punch outs. I'll leave the rest of them for my wife to do, but let's just see with one of them how easy it is. That wasn't too hard. And look, I did it really sloppy too, just to see if it would tear or rip or anything in a bad way, and it didn't. So that's put that back, maybe the wife won't realize it. It could be a win-win for me. The board. New York City. All right, look at that. I mean, thematically, I think this board looks beautiful. This looks like the way I would think I would be seeing a map of Manhattan Island from the 1920s. And it's played out in 5 different acts. And if you notice up top here, the acts kind of follow the wedding, the trunk, the murder, Sonny's murder, and then the betrayal. So it definitely is set up to follow the basic storyline that we're all familiar with from the movie. And of course, you had another map of Manhattan Island that my neighborhood isn't even on the map. I've gotten used to that over the years. Here they are. These are the ones I was talking about. See these cool little tin suitcases that you can hold your secret stash in. You know, you don't want the other players to know exactly what you're storing away, how much you have. You know, so this comes in handy. We got 1, and we got 2, and they're even numbered, I'm noticing. Look, they're even actually numbered. Can you see that? 1, 2, 3. See, this one says 4 on it. And this one says 5. We'll find out if the numbers make a difference other than just the player count of the game. But that's cool. I like it when board games, especially obviously if the game is actually a good game itself and it doesn't need a gimmick, I like it when they do gimmicky things like this. But like I said, if the whole game is dependent on the gimmick, then it's not worth it. But if it's a good game and it happens to have a nice little gimmick, I think that's a real big bonus. So let's hope this game has a gimmick that's good enough to justify even without it. Now the cards, there we go. Let's take a look. So this is the front of the cards. Cards feel okay. A little bit thin. They do. They feel a little bit thinner than I would be expecting. Okay, so these are, I guess, the money cards. $1. You're not going to get rich on $1 and $2 bills. Yeah, they used to be $2 bills. They really used to be. They didn't just make that up for the game. Is that what all of them are? Okay, so the denominations go up. Oh, this is something different. This isn't just money cards. Let's take a look, see what this deck is. Booze. I see booze! My excitement has nothing to do with the fact that I'm an Irishman. How dare you? Alright, so that's all it is just the booze symbol. See this booze symbol. Some blood money? You can't be a gangster in Prohibition era without your Tommy gun. And I guess they're selling drugs, too. And, of course, at some point, since this is a Godfather movie, there's going to be an offer you can't refuse. And you better be careful not to get muscled out. Oh, and then, obviously, of course, if there's a chance that you're going to get muscled out, then you could get muscled in. I guess these are just more of the same. There's one muscle in card. Intimidate. We got some Intimidate cards. Take the cannoli. Drive-by shooting. Can't forget your classic car bomb. Have a shakedown. And then there are specific characters that you're going to be dealing with in the game, depending on which act of the game you're in. The union boss, the mayor, the police chief, the small-time bookie, tax advisor, hired muscle, another union boss for Act 2. Then it goes into the Act 2 versions of them. All right, so those are all the cards. But that's not all. That's not all. This game company is Cool Mini or not. Don't forget that. And here go the Cool Minis, which are safely taped away, so your buddy will have to carefully, not cutting himself, have some strong tape, or my knife is getting dull. All right. Now let's see. Are these minis cool? Are they cool? How's that? That looks like a cop there, huh? Not bad. I like the detail, especially on the cop's jacket. Let's take a look at a gangster here. You got a Tommy gun like that, you're not a good guy. Actually, they all kind of look... Oh, here's a butcher who hires himself out as a tough guy. And the first player marker is the horse's head. Yeah. And let's see. We also got, you got a car. It looks like a little cop car on top. Or a taxi. It looks like a cop car. But then again, 1920s, they all kind of look the same. They didn't have as much variety as we do nowadays. Here's another one that's different. This is your gun moll. Ma Barker. Bonnie. I don't know. It's one of them. All right, so those minis look pretty cool. They do. No pun intended. The minis do look cool, from Cool Mini or not. And then these are in different colors, but otherwise they're all the same. So we'll just open up one and take a look. These are some sort of markers that you'll be using in the game. They stack up on each other. So that's got to be a reason. The more you have, the better. All right. And like I said, yeah, the only other thing is the same thing, but in different colors. And that's the inlay. This is a very nice inlay. This is the way I usually like to see inlays. Of course, the only problem when you do have a nice inlay like this is if there's going to be an expansion, will it fit in the inlay that was specifically made for the base game? Usually not. Sometimes we get surprised and an expansion or two will fit in. Hopefully that will be the case with this. Anything else? No, that was it. Nothing else. All right, so I am highly excited for this. I can't tell you how much this game is going to be played by people that aren't even part of my regular gaming group, because there's so many people just interested in the fact that this game is around. So from Cool Mini or Not, by Scott Lang himself, you got The Godfather, Corleone's Empire. It's an offer you can't refuse. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G. Two Gun Pixie presents legendary game, and my friends are...